Alright, here we are into game 1 of Reason Gaming versus Team TKAG. Both these heroes sitting here in the loser's bracket round 3 of Diamond Cycle 10, and I believe Reason getting knocked down in the round of 8 to appear in this situation, and TKAG getting knocked down relatively early. They've been fighting their way through the loser's bracket, I believe, since round 1. So that's going to be the story of how these two teams got here. Bans are Grinix, Cersei, Ophelia, and Keeper of the Forest. So once again, Grinix ban, once again Ophelia ban, Cersei a pretty regular ban. Keeper of the Forest, not as regular, but certainly can see why you might want to ban that guy out. He does do very well in both the Suicide and the Jungle role, and we've seen him be played effectively in both his roles and be played to play in both of those roles. Of course, the versatility there is a very valuable thing, so getting rid of that Keeper is certainly not a bad idea. Grinix just annoying as all hell, same thing with Cersei. One of the more powerful supports in the game right now, I think, just because that ultimate allows you to take over the opponent's carry, of course, and turn yourself from a no-farm support into a fat farm carry for at least, 15 seconds or whatever it is. Ophelia, seeing a lot of bans recently. I guess people are just really unwilling to give her up if they're not going to play her, and Reason a little notorious, I guess is a word for it, for not running junglers. They do love them some second supports, and they've had some success with it. So, normally I think jungle lineups are a little bit better when going up against a two-support lineup, but they've managed to make it work, and it's been reasonably impressive. They usually done it with mid-game type lineups, not trying to go late, where that jungler's farm can really overwhelm them. If you start out, if you pick heroes that go early, Pebbles, of course, they've played a lot of that. They've done some bubbles. There's the Pebbles once again. So Reason sticking to their game plan quite clearly here. Master of Arms, of course, could be run as a farmer, and Reason has done that in the past, but he's also reasonably powerful as a support. I do slightly prefer him in that support role. So Reason here, definitely a engineer support, and he will be laned with Pebbles. Of course, you expect that to go mid, but you're never certain exactly where everybody's going. So could end up in the top lane for some reason, especially if there's a jungler. Well, there's a jungler here over on TKAG with Parasite. So if they decide to run that solo short Slither, then you could see NG Pebbles going up top, trying to box that Slither out, and get Pebbles some free farm while shutting down the opponent's short lane carry. That strategy has worked fairly well for them in the past, and we'll see if they pursue it once again. On the Hellborn side, Pestilence, Parasite, and Slither, so strong gank potential between Pesty and Parasite. Lots of burst damage there. Of course, once Pesty gets his portal key, initiation from pretty far away. Parasite, of course, considered one of the strongest heroes in the game, not just because he can jungle, but because he offers a ton of burst damage, and does it without impeding the farm of anybody in lane. Slither, a little bit of a versatile hero, can run as support. Almost always running that carry role, though, and I think that's a little better. I do like him a little better with farm. So hopefully we'll see that Slither probably in the short lane. I guess Pesty middle, so they're looking for a lane partner for Pesty here. I expect Rhapsody to get banned out because she is still available here. It's possible, of course, Reason's looking to pick her up, so they might leave her open and first pick her, and then decide to run that Master of Arms as a farmer. Of course, Pebbles, Rhapsody, Pebbles, Engineer, both great combinations, and those are also strong combinations of Master of Arms, so if they can first pick that Rhapsody and then grab a Suicide, or grab something else for a solo lane and then run something else in the Suicide lane with like a dual lane, they could also do that. You could tri-lane that Pebbles with Rhapsody, you could tri-lane that Pebbles, you could tri-lane the Master of Arms for that matter. So Rhapsody, let's see if she gets hit with the last ban here. If she does not, I fully expect one of these teams to pick her up, and she is still there, so I would really hope there's a first pick Rhapsody here on the side of Legion. If not, putting that Rhapsody Pestilence middle lane is going to be a bit of a problem. It is going to be a Scout first pick, so I expect that to be a solo laner. Could possibly be a Suicide, but we've also seen him run solo short. Not sure if I've ever seen him run middle, but usually is a solo laner, and so I expect that to be his role. Tempest is still available, so if Legion decides they want to run a jungler, that's still an option for them. Of course, TKAG not going to go for Tempest, but I think Kindman over here has realized that Imba Boy doesn't like to run junglers as much as pretty much everybody else. So leaving that Tempest open, instead choosing to ban Tundra, Pharaoh, and Moon Queen. So really 3 heroes there that can solo lane. Moon Queen, of course, fairly often a babysat hero. As still no Rhapsody. I'd really like that Rap here, Reason. I think it would complement your lineup very, very well. And I would like that Rhapsody on Hellborn side as well. But Legion bans Warbeast, Torture, and Bubbles. And Warbeast, of course, strong Suicides, figuring that TKAG does not have a Suicide yet, and they didn't, but Kraken is probably going to fulfill that role. It is instead a Nymphora here on the Legion side, so that's going to be a Nymph Pebbles lane, I would assume, of course, as Nymph adding that Grace of the Nymph, giving Pebbles all that mana back, a very strong lane partner there, and then especially into the late game with Nymphora Port, allowing him to move around the map very quickly and pick off some ganks. So expect Pebbles to be Death Growl and Tilla to be on the Engineer. Indeed, St. Rock's playing that Nymphora, and they've put that combination together quite a few times, had quite a lot of success with it, so I expect that to do fairly well. And then Master of Arms Engineer probably in the middle lane with Pebbles Nymph, I would guess, in the long lane, and Zane on that Scout as a short laner. You would normally think that Scout would be Suicide, and Zane is their Suicide player, so it still could end up being that way, but I've seen Pebbles Nymph most often run by Reason in that Suicide lane as a man-up dual lane. So looking for the last hero here on the Hellborn side, probably looking for a support. Rhapsody is still available, so I assume they're looking for a lane partner for Pesty in mid, and I don't understand why this is taking so long. It's pretty obvious that Rhapsody is the best hero that they can put up there. Of course, not a lot of pushing here on the Hellborn side, so that'll help bat it out. Really no pushing on either side. Nymphora, Pebbles, Engineer, Master of Arms all have some level, so combined they can do some stuff, and there's the Rhapsody, finally. So well done to them, I guess, getting some push out of really what looks like a no-push lineup. None of those heroes notorious in Legion side for a push. Really nobody in the game, except for Rhapsody, is considered a particularly strong pushing hero. So we'll see if TKAG can sort of overcome that. They have plenty of gank potential, of course, with Parasite, Pestilence, even Kraken once he has a portal key. Staccato stuns from Rhapsody do a lot in those pick-off situations. Lots of lockdown on that, but I'm not fully convinced that they have the team fight or the push here. Poison Burst, Release the Kraken, both strong, and the Rhapsody ult's real nice, but neither Parasite or Pestilence are particularly strong team fight heroes, of course. Even if you get the Impale onto multiple heroes, that's one stun, one spell. The bugs are single target, and they really help you burst heroes down, so you can go one by one, but not a lot of AoE damage there from Pestilence. And of course Parasite, completely single target. So as these lanes are shaping up, Scout is sort of headed to the top, so he might indeed be going for a traditional Suicide. And we shouldn't clearly rule out the possibility of a tri-lane, as Pebbles, Engineer, and Nymphora are all headed bottom. So this could be a tri-lane bot. If it is, and if it's a Suicide Kraken, Kraken's going to have a hell of a time. Instead, it looks like TKAG's going to run Rhapsody Slither in this bottom lane. Now, if that's a dual lane here from Reason, that's an excellent decision. Well, no, it's not. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This seems really silly to me. Just because Pestilence is going to get wrecked, they must think that this is like a solo master down here or something. I don't see why Rhapsody would be here. I don't see why Slither would be here. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. They must think it's going to be a solo mid master, so Pesty can get something in the middle lane, because otherwise it makes no sense. If you dual lane Pestilence and he doesn't have a lane partner, he will get shut down, and he will get shut down rather effectively. And what this looks like here is a man-up pseudo tri-lane from TKAG, and going up against a dual lane Pebbles and Nymphora, which I think is what's going to happen. Maybe even a tri-lane, that's not going to do much. So I hope Reason adjusts to this. They actually drop a ward of their own to block this camp, so Parasite can't do anything in the hard camp there. Keg going to hit Rhapsody. That's going to be it, though. Not too much. Pebbles is looking over here for some kind of engagement. Not going to find it. Taking some auto attacks from Slither, who does not have Toxicity leveled up yet, so it's not going to be too painful. So actually, what ends up happening here so far is Pestilence is soloing it against the Master of Arms. And Parasite is going to be in the jungle over here. Nymphora taking a bunch of damage, and she's likely going to fall. Denied. Well done. Seal stun onto Rhapsody, followed by the Stalagmites and the KAG, and now Rhapsody's dead.
It only hurts the first time.
So nice deny on the Saint Rocks, who, did die, of course, but managed to get the kill off anyway. I do hope we see a transition here from Reason, and they send one of their second supports middle, because that's going to do a lot to box out this Pesty, and he'll basically turn into a useless hero. They really don't need to run a tri-lane down here against Rhapsody still there. They should be able to get a ton of kills if they do so, but, well, maybe not a ton. That's sort of the problem. They'll get at least a few, but it seems like a Rhapsody in here would not be entirely necessary, to say the least. Sorry, a Nymphora down there wouldn't be necessary, as Rhapsody is coming middle with Pesty, so gonna support Pestilence in this middle lane, perhaps in anticipation of a switch from Reason, perhaps just because they want to provide some support there. Up top, meanwhile, Slither has transitioned, so he will be the short laner, and it was pretty clear here that TKAG did not correctly call these lanes, and as a result, they're forced to switch. So this will turn into a Kraken Suicide, a Rhapsody Pestilence middle, and a Pebbles bottom. In that situation, obviously, it makes zero sense to run the tri-lane, so NG Master of Arms middle is likely going to be the transition from the Legion side, followed by a Nymphora and Pebbles in bot. Now, of course, while they make this transition, TKAG's going to lose a lot of control of this game, just because Pebbles is free farming here, except for when he misses Archer kills for no reason. Pebbles is free farming here. Kraken's still in the jungle. Do they not know where they're going to send him? Because he's just sitting here. And this is really bad here from TKAG's side. Scout is going to be able to do some stuff to keep himself in lane against Slither. He's now level 4, of course, against Slither, and that's going to be a major problem as well, because having a Scout out-level you is a major issue. Really, that's what he needs more than anything else, is levels. Just get that Vanish up so it costs less mana, and it lasts longer. Get that ultimate up as quickly as possible, as much disarm as possible. And he's just going to run around, probably look for a gank in middle lane, and they should be able to set this up relatively easily with the Master Stun, followed by the NG Kagan turret. And now Pesty's in a ton of trouble. He is in fact going to back up, but once he comes in here, he's going to eat the Master Charge shot, and that's going to be it for him. So it seems like they know something's going on here, because Scout's been missing for a long time. There's the stun onto Rhapsody. In fact, disarm onto him, but there's the keg, and now there's a dead Rhapsody. So strong patience there from Zane on Scout, and it pays off with a kill on a TPS Priceless. I don't know what the hell Kraken's doing. I really don't. He's just literally running around the jungle. He's not farming. He's sort of leeching Parasite's for him, which is not good because Parasite needs levels a lot too. And it seems like TKAG does not have a plan here. Parasite and Kraken are going to come middle along with Rhapsody to see what's going on, but now they know. On Reason's side, a Scout has just done his job and scouted people out. Parasite's still going to jump in here with a Wild Hunter. You're going to try to block out Master, and he is going to get actually a nice blast shot onto Pestilence. That's going to prevent the Impale Stun. Drops the illusion, and nobody's going to die. So health pot onto Pestilence, as Impa Boy on this Master of Arms survives, and it continues to be literal free farm here for Pebbles, as there is nobody in this lane. Hellborn have just completely abandoned it. And you can sort of see the Legion side's like, what are we doing about this? Like, this is so weird. I don't know. Kraken finally going to make his way down, but now Pebbles is level 6. And then 4 is level 4, so he's getting out-leveled by both players here substantially in this bot lane. And he's just not going to be able to do anything. If he initiates at all, he's going to eat the stun shot combo, followed by the Zeal stun. and he's going to die, because even though he's tanky, he has 720 health, and he's not full, but that'll be enough damage to kill him pretty easily. Scout's definitely looking for a courier pickoff here, and I don't think he's going to find one. I think figuring past he doesn't have a bottle. Oh, he does have a bottle, sorry. Maybe he thought he didn't, but if you didn't have a bottle, then picking up that bottle and stealing it for yourself is really nice. So, Slither now has had free farm up top for an extremely long time, as Scout has basically just abandoned that lane himself. I'm not sure why. He had the level advantage. He certainly could have stayed there, contested the farm. Instead, choosing to gank like crazy. And once again, he's just going to sit here and wait for a courier pickoff. Here it comes. With boots for TPS bracelets. Now, Panny. But he's not going to find it because he didn't react in time. So Panny's got his boots now. Courier's going to go up here. They might have spotted him. And it's going to get into base. And there goes the shield. So, yeah, they saw him. And Zane is literally wasting his time just as badly as Kraken is. I don't understand what the thing is here. Like, he's going to find Parasite here. Parasite is only level 4, so he's not doing too well either. 142 GPM. Of course, being forced to switch jungles. And that takes a pretty significant toll on your ability to farm. Mid tower is going to fall. The question is, will it be denied? There's the stun onto Master Pestilence plus the KAG. Looking for the Impale on the Engineer. Gonna find it. Kraken gonna come in here. Slither gonna choose to deny tower as much as anything as... Yep, that's it. Pebbles, no portal key yet, but he chucks a creep onto that Rhapsody. Spray gonna hit Engie, and he's gonna live, but it will stop that health pot. So this is a pretty weird state of affairs here. Another thing that's concerning is that Pebbles has 371 GPM. We're 8 minutes in. Considering he had literally total free farm here in the bot lane without anybody contesting him, it is a little concerning that he isn't, above the 400 GPM mark. His CS score 53 and 29, good and substantially better than anybody else in the game, but he should have had every CS, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't. So, he is going to head back bot, as once again, nobody's there. Kraken sitting invis in middle, looking for a gank onto this Master Arms. Will find it, charge into the Impale Stop, plus the Staccato Sounds, and Master's dead. Despite the Master's Call, he's still going to... Oh my god! Oh my god. Yeah, that's not good. That's... wow. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that Kraken's still level 4. We're almost 10 minutes into this game, Kraken's level 4. Pebbles level 8. Master's level 7. And 4 is 6. Come on. Rhapsody's 3. Parasite's still 4. Spot Tower's in a lot of trouble. It will fall. As they try to clean up creep wave here. Wait for the chuck to be, just to get the last hit, clearly. There it is. Staccato Sun's onto Pebbles, though. Charge into him as well, and he's going to be fine. It's the entire Hellborn team ported down here. Portal key onto Pebbles, less than 10 minutes into the game, so he's doing pretty good. Up to 400 gold per minute as a result of those 2 tower kills. Going to jump onto Kraken and kill him. And that's what happens when you're a level... Oh, 5. He's level 5. He's level 5. Kraken's level 5, everybody. I don't get it, man. I mean, just looking at these gold per minute charts, it's extremely sad. There's one hero over 300 GPM, and it's Pebbles, who had a total free farm lane. Slither had total free farm up top for like 5 minutes, and he's at 276. I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Well, that were to say, we'll see this one. So hopefully the boys on Legion's side have seen that word be at place, and they will be able to counter it relatively soon. Pebbles hanging out, is in some trouble now, and he sees it coming in, so he's just going to back off. Going to be relatively hard to kill him, of course, with that portal key. That's probably a blast shot out for that Dragon Master. It's pretty clever. So they kill these double stacked Ancients right here, and Master does shoot up to 331 GPM. But look at the rest of his team. Scout's under 200. Nip's just above 200. The Hellborn, only one player above 200. As Pesty got shut down a little bit in mid, but once he got that Rhapsody support, his farm should have been a lot better than it is. It's 200 GPM, 152 on Parasite. Like, I keep saying this just because this is probably the lowest gold scores I've seen by either side in a lot of games. And it's sort of fascinating. I mean, Parasite's level 5 at 11.5 minutes in. Like, I've seen Parasites with full codexes by this point. And he's got Boots, Dust, and Blood Chalice. And 1,000 gold saved up, so it's not like that's all he's got in the entire world, but Jesus, man. Like, at 12 minutes, it's not unreasonable to have a codex on Parasite if you had a good early game. And he's literally 3,000 gold away from that. Considering, you know, 1,000 goes to the finishing of the Boots. And assuming, I suppose, that happens. So Kraken looking to farm some stacks here. Will help out with that Splot auto attack. Just, like, kill him. Just, I don't understand why he's backing up so much. Just attack the creeps, man. Entire Legion side is up here looking to get somebody picked off and take a tower. Of course, they've taken both bot and mid. Jump over here onto Pestilence, and he's dead. Scout and Nymphora doing plenty to assist in that kill. Parasite's fine level 6. Going to throw the leech out onto Pebbles, but he's just not going to care. Energizer popped on the Legion side. KAG is going to hit Pestilence, or Pebbles, Parasite, one of them. So they're spraying to 2 actually, plus the Poison Burst, but he's going to fall here anyway. Zealstone going to hit the back on Kraken. Now Kraken's in trouble. Pebbles is going to fall thanks to a bunch of burst damage and that stuff coming out from him. Charge shot onto Parasite. He's dead. Rhapsody going to get cleaned up here as well. Where's the Zealstone? Oh, there it is. So, clean up there for the Legion side. They don't even need Engineer. Tilla's just off farming the creep wave. That was basically 4v5 and the entire Hellborn team died. And they took Pebbles with them. But that was it. And honestly, if that Master's Call had gone into Pebbles, then he probably would have lived too. And it's possible that was the intention and he just misclicked. So this top tower going to fall now as a result of NG and Nymphora pushing it down.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
And we have a 10k gold lead, 8k experience lead here for the Legion side. They, of course, are massively in control here, and I continue to be baffled by what's going on with Hellborn. Legion's GPMs are finally shooting to the sort of appropriate places here. But, I mean, Hellborn, we've got Pestilence as their second best farm, but 161 GPM. Over here, Scout's going to find Slither and the Illusions. He's farming out these triple stacked Ancients. Scout clearly hoping that Slither takes a bunch of damage here so he can finish him off. And there it is. Nymphora port coming in here, and Pebbles just be like, hello. Manages to finish off this Dragon Master here as well, so gets all his mana back thanks to Grace of the Nymph. Pestilence backs the hell off of middle, as now Hellborn's top farmer is at 250 gold per minute. Always good. 4 heroes in the Legion team here looking to group up and push some mid. Maybe, maybe not. Scout doing what it suggests he should, and scouting out. Parasite's over here looking for some farm with the Skeleton King. They're going to find Pestilence here. He's going to put the Impel Stun down and be able to get away with flight. Mid tower, though, is dropping relatively quickly, especially once Pebbles has decided to commit the full weight of his rocket punches. Jump over here onto Parasite, and he's dead. Slither Spray going to hit off, along with the Face Hug. Pebbles going to try to pour it out, but nice silence there. And, boy, that was a long port, because he went to the first tier tower, that's why. I was like, Jesus, he's staying there forever. Nice ons there from Scout, stopping the Impale Stun from Pestilence, and allowing his buddy Death Corral to get out of there. Rhapsody's level 5, so that's fun. Jump right back onto Rhapsody with the Stun Shock combination and the Zeal Stun. Slither and Rap both going to fall. Pebbles in a ton of trouble there, but the ultimate comes out on top of him, and now he's going to survive. Pestilence in a ton of trouble here. Going to put the Impale Stun onto Pebbles, but he's still got the call on him. There goes the energy field, and now Pestilence is dead. TKAG Stun going to miss, but he's still not going to get out of here. Charge shot, and there he falls.
Double tap.
Death Corral even just be like, haha, remember me? You tried to kill me. That was a bad idea. So the entire Hellborn team falling relatively quickly. Nobody on the Legion side losing their lives, and this looks like it's going to be a CC. So that's game. And it ended up being very solid play there from Reason Gaming, but it felt like a throw from TKAG. It just really sort of did. Like, I don't understand what the hell went on there, but that was an ugly game. And I really hope that they don't do that in Game 2, because it wasn't even that fun to watch. 14-1 hero kill advantage, and just terrible all over the board from TKAG. So that's it for Game 1. We'll see you in Game 2.